Hello folks and welcome back to Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. We're here in Lucky Lake with an unlimited funds, but a challenging lake location. This park will be a challenge to expand and manage. You have to have at least 2,100 guests in your park and you cannot let it drop below 700 at any time. This one is not hard. All right, I'll explain why in a second here, but the unlimited funds part is a big part of that. Basically, you can bring this entire lake as flat ground. There's nothing stopping you from doing that, and then you can just kind of go to town from there. So what I'm going to do to start off with is I'm just going to close off like all the way back here. So nobody goes there, and let's say over here. So nobody goes in those spots. All right. Then we have this one, which is fine. We have this ridiculous ride, which goes around the entire thing. I don't understand. Just going to demolish that right out of the gate. This guy's going to get demolished as well. And then people are going to eventually get back to where I want them to be, which is at the front of the park, so that we can kind of build out here. But until that happens, we have to do a little bit of work to kind of get rid of some of this stuff. And then we can start working on actually solving the problems of this park, which are not crazy difficult. Like, this isn't a crazy park by any means. But there are some significant challenges that we need to overcome here. So we're going to switch over. Let's go with that one and that one. Or let's go with the little darker green one. All right, we're going to do that. That's all well and good. I'm going to bring this out like so. And we're just going to build on some of the most basic things you could possibly imagine and get this park started with. And what I'm also going to do here is just start throwing up roadblocks, basically, so everybody has to exit this park out through the front. Just trying to slow down where people are at and not give them access to any other areas of the park. I have a ride I still need to remove there. So look at that, and that. All right, that should solve some of the problems that we have. We'll get the rest of this solved in a moment. Let's go ahead and get this part built out. I am going to use some of the original pathing. Not all of it, but some. And I'm going to just replace that spot with that one. And then we can do this. Get rid of that. Cool. I'll move the bathroom over there. You just need to skedaddle over there, my friend. I love how they always try to go to the most random spots. But now we just need to build out a few little small rides to just keep people happy so that they're not freaking out while we are hopefully working on better solutions to the problems that we're facing here. So that's going to go there. We can put in our nice little ride right there. It's all well and good. No problem. And then once we have that, we'll figure out what we're doing next. So we got that. Thrill ride wise, we're kind of really lacking. So, and I can't control research in this. I also can't control marketing. So getting people in the park is a bigger challenge just because we don't have the normal tools that we're used to having available to us. But we're also going to be able to take care of all this without really any big issues. And I almost killed my first guest right there. So we're going to make sure that doesn't happen. All right, let's get another bathroom set up towards the front of the park. Do they even have money? No, money's not a big deal, so cash machine doesn't matter for us. Let's add some food and beverage locations out here. This we can open, by the way. So get a burger bar, we'll get that in there. And then what I'm going to do is bring up some of the land here, because I don't want this to be a giant lake. I don't like playing it like that. It's just more fun for me to have space to build fun things. So that's what I'm going to do. I am going to keep a little bit of a stream going through this park, so it's not going to be like totally erased, but it's going to be mostly erased. So we got all of that. I'll angle all of this in there. So we'll get it so it looks like it's supposed to be there. Pop and pop. And this is all superfluous, unnecessary stuff, but I kind of like doing this kind of stuff. I don't know why. I just enjoy little things like this. It makes me happy. So I'm going to do it. And I know this is not in the spirit of what it is, but it's also not outside of the spirit of the game because the game lets you do it. So we have that. Then we'll go in. Not that. We get water. Water will go there, and water will go there. Okay. So this little space needs something. Coaster-wise, we're not terrible, but we're not great either. I think I'm going to build just a clone of the Dutchman. It's a nice, easy ride to build. It will fit. Can I fit it there? No. I wish I would have built that just a little farther out, but we can build it over here like so. We'll get that testing. Okay, so all that's there. Good. Happy with that. We'll throw on another bathroom because cash is not our concern. So who cares if we're spending money we don't have? And you can see this pathway area has cleared out quite significantly. So I'm going to get rid of that one there. And then I can go in and demolish all of the pathing, going all the way through all of that. And hopefully that will help us out in getting this ready to roll for our next steps. Let's see where we at. Up all the way over here. Cool. See, we still have a few people out here remaining, including one of our mechanics. So get that gun. You, my friends, you're having a great time, but you're in the wrong space, so we're going to put you over there. This is going to get closed down. And demolish that. And we're just going to start wiping out more paths here. And it's not like I love doing this kind of stuff. It just makes the park better, I think. Building in this kind of weird area, I don't care for it all that much. And I'd much rather just make a park that's more fun overall for everybody to be in. And I think this is going to be the way to do that. So there's a couple people still remaining. We have a balloon stall. I'm just going to delete that for now. And then we can go through and delete the rest of this stuff. All right, then we can just destroy all of this pathing. And then we'll have to do this thing on the other side of the park. But what I love about this park is that it gives us so many options that most parks don't provide to us. So I actually need to put some water in there. Bam, bam. Some water over there. Bam, bam. All right, we got that one set up. And it looks like the rest of this is mostly cleared out as well. I love all the throw up everywhere on this one. But we just need to... I want to go fast and slow at the same time. And I know that doesn't make any sense, but I want to like knock out the park. But because there's no budget, it's a fun park to play. It just means that we also have to be a little cognizant that it's going to be harder to get people than what normally it is. So we just need to take our time here. Get rid of these dumb things. All right, we'll fix those out. And then we just put this guy in there and get rid of that. And boom. Let's see. And it goes all the way over there. So if I wanted to, I could continue this pathway over. I'm not going to. So we're going to build out. We have plenty of stuff we can build out here. Research-wise, we got a suspended swing coaster. Not my favorite, but we can deal. Let's go ahead and... I just want to build a quick corkscrew coaster. I think I might just build a pre-built. I don't love it. I really don't love it. Let's see. What's going on here? Why are the paths being weird? Okay. That was strange. All right, we're going to test this. I'm just throwing in some basic coasters because I just want to get people. That's my name of the game right now, is just getting people into the park. And then we can kind of worry about some of the other stuff here. But let's go ahead and just make sure we have our bases covered with some basic rides and basic stuff, and then we can go and have fun. And this ride we can open up now. We can't use the red. It's already next to a red ride, so we're going to do that. Full load all that stuff. We'll open that bad boy up. There we go. We'll put some foodstuffs towards the front of the park. Lemonade stall and chicken, sure. Get another bathroom over here. What do we got? These rides kind of suck. I could go with a log flume or a River Rapids ride. That might be the next play that we go with here. So let's go ahead and do all of this. Oops. Suspended swing coaster, again, not my ideal choice here, but it's what we have. So I really want this river to curve out of the way because I want this main pathway going up the front to be the main pathway to be able to access the front and back of the park. And then we can figure out what we're doing from there. There we go. Okay. So that's going to come out here and probably like over to roughly this area and then start coming up. Not that there's really any rides there yet, but there will be. We just need to do some work. Get them in place. This can be open now because it fits, fits all the things that we need to do. Throw a bathroom down there. We'll throw a drink stall in here too, and we'll go with a roast sausage stall. Nope, not there. Missed. There we go. Okay. So we have, we don't know what's coming up next, but we know we have this as an option for us, and we know that this doesn't take up a lot of space at all. So I can build this kind of back out of the way. And what I love about this ride is that we can build it up and actually use the land to our advantage here if we want to. What I usually do is just make this thing like craft up way high, and then when we get to this point, then I'll do something like that. So we'll get the whirlpools going. Get all of that there. We'll put on a waterfall. Turn it. Then we'll drop this bad boy down, but first I want to cover up the waterfall areas. Do some rapids across there, keep the speed going. Then we'll turn it. We'll get some... not rapids, whirlpool. Turn that in there like so. Gonna do that. Boom. Drop that in there. Rapids, rapids, rapids. Return. Waterfall, waterfall. Turn again. Straight, straight. Whirlpool. Turn. You can see I'm just snaking through here. It's not like I'm doing anything particularly special. Just kind of having fun with it. There we go. And then I just like to do like random ground things. Let's see what we got. One boat. No. I think we're going to do 12 boats. They fit 8 passengers each. That should be just fine. Take under, look underground. Oh, that'd suck if you got stuck on the only lift hill. That's all well and good. We will... Let's see. Probably going to do that along the edges if it lets me. Oh, it's not going to let me. Bummer. Okay. Can we do any ground? No, I don't want to do any ground stuff per se here. Adjust ground height. And I'm doing this just to try to add some color. And then we'll make this a little rocky. Through all of this. All right. And then we're going to add on some trees and such to complete the look. But we do have, we can add this kind of stuff on if we wanted to. So what does that look like if we do that? Paint this. That matches pretty well. Put that in there. Throwing random stuff in here just to try to add some theming of some type. I don't know. This is where I do random stuff. When I have an unlimited budget, I just do random things that make me happy, and this is what that leads to, is stuff like this. I always like throwing in kind of the spooky trees too, mainly because you never see a forest that just has alive trees. There's always some dead stuff in there, always trees that are needing some love. So that's what I'm going to put in some of these spots as well, is just some trees that look like they needed some love. All right, that looks fine. Let's see, we're all the way back here, so 1 minute and 50 seconds, so 110. What do we have, 12 cars? 110 divided by 12 is going to be 9.1. So we'll put that on there. And we'll see what that does for us. And we'll make sure we read all that. And we got that. Cool. All right. So the line for this, we're going to see what we want to do with that. Guess I'll leave it red. And what's fun about this is we can make it can be a relatively long line. It doesn't really matter because this ride's going to have crazy capacity. All right, what are we waiting on? Twister roller coaster. Heck yeah, that's going to go right over here, I think. Do we have a wooden coaster? No. Okay. Because I would love to build a wooden coaster too, but we don't have the ability to quite yet. We do need some extra rides over here. This is going to be one of those scenarios where we just don't have a lot of rides to build, so there's going to be kind of big areas where not much is happening. But we'll go through and get it all in there. Snow Cups were a new ride in Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. I think, or it might have even been one of the expansions. I don't know, but that looks pretty original. Like the graphics are really close to Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. We don't have the Haunted Mansion ride stuff, and I don't like those rides because I suck at building them. And rain needs to go away. That is going to be a concern for us as we continue to build out here. How long is this line, by the way? 6 minutes. It's not terrible. But we're going to build that, and you're just going to exist in that queue. There we go. Now we're up to 374 guests. And as long as we keep building, we'll be okay. Just got to keep at it. And we have the Twister Coaster. It's one of my personal favorites. And we're going to make just a capacity monster that exists somewhere over here. And I'm just trying to line all of this up so that we have that. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam. Bam. All right. I don't know what trains we have for it quite yet, but that's not really a big concern. We can figure all of that out real soon. Got floorless? Heck yeah. Love a good floorless. So let's go build something fun. All right, large loop to the left, not right. No, not a large. I want a small one. Then a large loop coming down. I don't actually know what I'm building right now. And I'm not thrilled with this layout in any way, shape, or form. But it should work. Let's go with the large corkscrew. Just because it's not in the original game. Oof, okay. Throw block brakes in there. Block brake that up. Do, 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 do. Oh, we're right underneath the lift hill. My bad. Thought we were one free of that. Yeah, we're just going to bring this in. I'm not really happy with this coaster. It should do the goals that we have for it, which is to bring in guests, but I don't really care for my design here. I think it kind of sucks, honestly. But I still need it to be a capacity monster, so... I'll throw on some regular brakes there. Boom, boom. And look at that. I'm not even throwing on an R-Ride photo section. Oh, I want 3 trains, not 4. And I want that to be as fast as we can possibly do it. Green monster. And let me get the train 1 before we do that. Oh yeah, great speed through that, which means this one should be fine. Yep. A little slow, but it will be fine. Good, that's going to be good air time there. Let's see. Uh-oh. Whoa. All right, let's reprofile that. I know this is not part of the original game, and I don't care right now. I just want to make something fun. Look at that. We lost an inversion, but we got that set up pretty nicely. Up to 500 guests in the park already. Still have a lot of work to do. That's a fun interaction there. I really like that drop. Slow lead in. This should be fine now. Go. 45, and that was at 55, so we should be okay with that. Oh my. So we're going to make that a tighter turn. And then we'll just throw a, not a large one, we'll throw a regular corkscrew on there. Let's test it out now. My goodness, I'm having more trouble with this one than I have in a lot of coasters. So that's okay. We'll get it built. Just a matter of time. All right, still pretty slow through there. It's going to make it, but it's doing it pretty slow. This brake area is going to be highly unnecessary for the most part. Doesn't hit the brakes until the very end. go. And just cycle through there, no problem. The brakes are clear so that our second train will be able to blow right past that. And this one's on the lift hill as this one's coming in. Oh, fantastic. This one's going to have to just wait in the station just a tad bit longer, but this coaster is built, designed, and should be done here. It's going to make some like random meandering kind of entryway. There we go. Let's see, we got this. It's not highly rated, but we're going to add some more stuff here to help out, hopefully. It's 1 minute and 35 seconds, which makes the math very easy. So 95 divided by 3 is 31. So our maximum wait time is going to be like 28. Minimum wait time is going to be like 25. Now we can go ahead and open that up. We got a reverser coaster, not my favorite, but it will work. And do we keep with like the mine area theming kind of here? Sure. So we're just going to throw, I'm just going to click a whole bunch and try to get some trees built up in here. I got to adjust the timing so that it waits on the lift hill the whole time. I really wish I could advertise. That would be phenomenal, but no. And rotating views has helped you find spots that you didn't fill in that you definitely can. And then we're going to find a little quarter tree and just round out some of these turns. All right, I'm cool with that. Let's see how the train stops in the lift hill or not. So I need to increase that minimum wait time a little bit and that maximum wait time a little bit. Give it another cycle or two and just see how it does. There we go. That's what I want to see. No stopping on that. We're up to 647 guests. And then we're going to play with the water here a little bit and just try to have this thing head towards us so we can bring this side out a little more. This is a fun part to experiment ideas with, though, because, again, there's no money constraints, and the only bummer is that you don't get to direct any of the research. But you do get to have fun building out stuff and seeing what it can do. So that's what we're taking advantage of right now. We're going to build out this side. And we'll have to go back and adjust some of this stuff, but that's easy to do. And I love, well, the opening credits for this Open RCT2 is amazing creativity. Like the stuff that people have done in Roller Coaster Tycoon is phenomenal. I'm not playing that way, where I'm trying to wow and just build the most creative, beautiful thing. I'm glad that people do because it gives me inspiration for things, but that's just not how I like to play. I like to try to win the scenarios and sometimes game the system a little bit, but I like the results that we get from what we have here. So we're going to keep building all of this out, hopefully. Then I just need to fill in some water here eventually as well. And what I'm leaving the door open for here is that we can have it go out into a big lake area if we want it to. I'm not trying to close it off entirely. I just don't know if that's what I want to do. So I'm kind of playing a little close and not going crazy with all of this. Oops. Get rid of that entirely. You can see this little stream that they had here is just continuing out. Looks fine. We're up to, well, we haven't really increased too much here. First Coast submarine ride, cool. I don't know the last time I built a submarine ride in this game, so that's exciting. You have to always build the longest one you possibly can. And that's an open RCT thing to have the longer routes and all that. That's glorious. I really like that. I didn't realize that was part of the game before. So do that. That. Special. No, I don't want any of that. And then in there like so. Fantastic. Bam, bam. 18 cars. That sounds great. Not going to build a big line for this because it's only 18 cars. 3 laps. We'll open that bad boy up and we'll see how we do. We're going to continue with this this little mining village kind of thing. This is stuff I normally wouldn't be doing in Roller Coaster Tycoon, but because we have the ability to, why not? And do all of this stuff. All right, there we go. And we'll throw some different greens in there just to spice it up a bit. What's the rating on this now? Very high at 8 on the dot. Beautiful. Submarine ride. So this is going to open up to a little lake here that we will build that out on. I'm going to bring this up, over, and then come back down to the main pathway. We'll fill it in with some more stuff. And then we can play with our next steps here. And I'm going to bring it up from here, not necessarily a straight path all the way back. There's going to be a little jog in it, but more that's just to maintain the coastline a little bit, make it look a little nicer. side. And thank God for this mod. Whoever made it, thank you, thank you, thank you. So that you can actually build stuff a little easier, a little better. I really appreciate it. And then we have all of that in there. So again, I'm making tons of bathrooms because I don't want to deal with what we did in the last one. And then we'll figure out next steps here after that. All right, so we need to figure out what we're going to fill in this little area with. Unfortunately, we just don't have that many rides that we really want to do stuff with. I mean, I do want to build this, but I don't want to build it in here. I want to build that over in this area. So maybe we'll work on shaping the land a little bit to... I don't know. Gotta figure out what I want to do with that. So have that being a little opening. The river's still gonna run through there, I guess. Do something like that. I don't know how big to make this either, but we'll figure that all out later. Oops. I think this will work for that little lake-esque kind of area. Then we just need to eventually connect it back with that. But that should work, I think. So then we got to shape all of that area to be what looks like waterways, and then we can go forward from there. I really wish there was a way to put one side in and do all of this, but there's not. Like if you could just select the whole edge, not just corners, but the edge, that would be lovely. Just doesn't exist to what I know about in this game. Oops. Rid of our little tree there, that's okay. And then it's just a matter of going through and getting this all done. The only nice thing about this is that we're hopefully building up our number of people in the park and also giving a chance for some more research to happen so we can get some better rides. Really need some more flat rides, quite honestly. That's what we're really missing in this park right now is a good selection of flat rides. We have a few, but not enough. And we're moving along here. There we go. Do 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 do. All right, I'm not gonna go crazy yet because we don't need to. Get the corners established here. Any others? No, I think we're good. All right, then we can put in the little submarine ride thing. Boom, ba-doom. Boom, boom. There we go. See? No problem. Let's see, how many of these boats do we get? Let's go with 10. I think that's more than fair. Obviously, they have to be like a yellow color. Maybe some blue? Yeah. Do we have any water feature stuff? Nope. Okay. Just curious if we did. Where's the... There, that's what I'm looking for. Get some of these set up on the sides. Oops, that area needs to get water in it still. That is so random looking with those going out there like that. Can add some little things out here. It's nothing crazy or special, but maybe it'll make the ride a little better. I don't know. So let's make a little building here. This actually doesn't look terrible. Like, it's not great, but it doesn't look terrible. Cool. All right, what do we got as far as all of this? It's just about 2 minutes. So 118 seconds divided by how many boats do we have? 10. Oh, that's going to be 11.8. That's easy math. So maximum wait time of 11, minimum wait time is 5. Let's open that up. And I'm thinking people are going to go on it when it's raining. Things like you even get to go under the scenery. See, that's fun. See, we got a submarine ride. We got a stand-up coaster coming next. It's not something I would choose to have, but that's okay. We built all of these. I guess I could put a car ride in here. I don't know. Chairlift would be kind of fun. Make it over there, but I need it to go somewhere more significant. Right now, we just don't have a significant place to go. Same with the train ride. Let's go ahead and just build a little mini coaster here and see what we can come up with. No, I don't like that. All right, now we'll throw brakes on there. Boom, boom, boom. Block brakes. I don't think we need 2 trains for this, but I'm going to put them on there anyway. Speed up that lift hill just for funsies. And let's get that going. All right, we got that. Let's go ahead and get the line set up for that bad boy. Should be fine. Like a medium excitement? Yeah. How long does it take? 49 seconds, so maximum wait time is going to be like 22. Have that at 20, or let's go with 19. Wait for full load, open it up. There we go, and then we'll outfit that area with some more trees. All right, there we go. And this little spot right there has been bothering me for a while. If it's been bothering you, I apologize, but it's fixed now. So let's go in here and get this all taken care of. All right, and that needs water, and that needs water. All right, I mean, it's nothing special, but it looks nice. We really just need actual rides as opposed to just having roller coasters. We're up to 800 and some odd people in the park. And what I need is a bigger draw to bring people farther back. So you're getting scenery and theming next? Great, that's exactly what I asked for. Thanks, game. But we're gonna finish up this area and fill in all of that. We're actually reaching towards the back of the park. So even though we're wanting more rides and stuff that's non-coaster based, we are slowly filling this up. Granted, I still have an entire other more than half of the park, but we are reaching towards the back, which is kind of impressive. All right, so we'll do all of that. All right, then we can at least finish up the shore on that side so we know that that's going to be... That's the extent of the waterway for that. This is the non-fun part of the game, going through and doing all the dumb work here. But it does need to be done if I'm playing the game this way, which I want to because I think it's a better park overall than trying to do the lake. And also, they gave us unlimited budget, so it's really on them. It's really Kisora's fault, not mine. Because we're going to extend this probably over here and then out that way. This guy is eventually going to continue straight up, but not yet. All right, I'm going to stop that for the most part here. That. Okay. All right, I'm cool with all that. Got to figure out some paths here. I think what I'm going to do is actually bump this all down a few. So... bump all that down. We got all of that. I think we're going to try to bring that up and around here. And then we'll do it like this. All right, and then we need to throw in, you know, the normal things. Ice cream, sure. Hat stall, of course there's going to be a hat stall. A bathroom, and another bathroom. Throw on that, and then we have fried chicken. Oh no, yeah, we do. Okay. Throw in a funnel cake or a pretzel stall. There we go. I always thought this looked like funnel cake more than pretzels, but that's just me. All right, what do we got? Wild West theming, great. Don't care. Do we want to go log flume? I think that's the next logical thing that we can put in here. I'm not going to theme this one like crazy, well, I didn't do the other one like crazy, but it was more than this. All right, we'll put a reverse returner thingy thing on there. We'll call it just a little bit. Flatten that out. It's to the left S-bend. And there we go. All right, that can take far more people. 24, fantastic. Let's test that out. Love log flumes. Just a very easy, fun ride to build that doesn't really get too messed up with anything in particular here. So we'll see what else we have going on here. And I'm just messing around right now, basically. Not doing anything crazy, but just doing some things to, I don't know, make it look a little better. I like the piles of junk. They're like one of my favorite scenery pieces in this game. I don't know why, I just think they look neat. Alright, then we'll throw some more trees and such in there. I think we'll be able to mix in a runaway roller coaster or the mine train coaster somewhere in this. I think that would be a fun addition. And hopefully bring in some more people too. Again, I'd really like some more rides. Especially non-coaster based ones. Nothing against coasters, but park cannot exist on coasters alone. Especially because it seems to rain fairly regularly in this park. I like throwing in random pops of other greens. Like you can see like this area over here. We have a different tree there. Kind of goes over there and then we'll kind of blend this style tree in. I don't know why, I just kind of like doing that. I think it looks nice. Especially because the coaster that's directly adjacent to this is a similar color green. It's not far off. Again, I'm red-green colorblind, so maybe it's very far off, but to my eyes, it looks not bad. So got all of that. Cool. Let's see, what do we got? Boat 1 is going back up the lift hill. Fantastic. It's 2 minutes and 44 seconds. So 120 plus 44 is going to be 164 divided by 24 is going to be 6.83 repeating. So I think that's 6, minimum wait time of like 4, and we will open it up. And then to draw people back here, we need to put on something else because you can see like we have some really complicated lineage going here. This guy is, how many people are on that? 34, that's it? Which should be better. Cobra's okay, but it has a really long line. Are people dealing with it? Yeah, they're doing fine. And we're up to 960 guests. So you can see we have a lot of land left and we have lots of opportunity to build more with it. Let's take a look at our coaster selection here because I think that's going to be the next thing. That's just what draws people in. We have this guy, which I actually am going to build that first because it can swoop around this area and I think it'll be fun. All right. Just barely off. Okay, so that one's going to be a little tighter. And then I should be able to bring this home. All right, there we go. Let's see. 1 train, 8 cars. It's going to do 2 circuits. Let's do 3 circuits. Why not? I've never actually been on a powered coaster before, so I don't know what exactly they really can do. Come on. There we go. Let's see, we break 30? We do. We got up to 35 miles an hour. It really whips around there at the end. I love it. Drives at the station. Gets up that hill. There we go. Now it's whipping around all this stuff. Let's see. It was 34. I think it was top speed before. It should go faster this time. 37. Whip, whip, whip. All right, we can do that. Wooden roller coaster. Heck yeah, that's what I wanted. All right, we'll open that up to its thing. Let's see what we got here. I want to actually add on a station. Log cabin, sure. And then we can go over here. I just need to change some of the paint here. Okay, that looks nice-ish. All right. It's not the most beautiful thing in the world, but it doesn't have to be. It works for what we're needing to do here. So that's all I'm really worried about. All right. Throwing in some other trees there. Keep this greenish one there. I really like that tree a lot. I want to put a flat right in there. We did get a spiral slide at one point, right? Nope. Definitely not. We have all of that. We got a wooden roller coaster last. Okay. We're over 1,000 now. So we just need to keep building and we'll be fine. It's just annoying. Log Flume has 78 people on it. This is 81. This bad boy has 26. Okay. So I think I'm going to build some ridiculous mine ride here as kind of like the end cap. So this whole area is going to be filled up with one coaster here. And I need to remove, for whatever reason, I hate when I'm building a ride that I see that. There we go. Big swoop. Little one. And then we're diving. So I'm not going to make it a full drop. I'm going to hold back a little bit. Okay, we can do that. Fantastic. And then we're just going to whip this all around. This is going to be a ridiculous ride. I'm telling you that right now. So I'll do that. It's going to come into a brake run. Block break that up. And then it's going to come across like that. And then we're going to have another left hill. Nothing big deal, just a little spot. So you got up to 55, so that should be fine there. Turn that like so. Turn it the other way. And I'm purposely making this ridiculously designed. One, most mine train coasters do tend to have multiple lift hills. That's just kind of a function of how they are. But I kind of like having this be a little unnecessarily large. And then we'll throw another set of block brakes. There we go. Huh? Oh, okay. When it says none, it took away. That's a open RCT thing. I just want the traditional plain. There we go. Okay. That threw me for a loop there for a second. I had no idea what was going on. All right, so we'll do that. Let's see, I think we only need... No, definitely not 5. 4 trains sounds like more than enough. So I'm going to keep an eye on train 4, make sure that completes the circuit properly. And now I'm going to go over to 1 because train 4 is going to make it. If it got to that point, it's going to make it through the whole thing, and we should be good. Let's get a big drop. Cool. This thing has a ways to go before it fully gets locked down here. So our next block section is there. Should be free. Yeah, we have best toilet facilities. Heck yeah. All right, so we're getting that. We're clear out of there. So we'll have to slow down the time and station a little bit, but not too much. And we have 3 trains on the circuit at one time. Fantastic. Just want to see. Oh, I was really hoping they're going to come in close to the same time as going into the brakes. Okay, that's kind of a fun interaction. There we go. I'm cool with all that stuff. I don't particularly care. And we are going to make a Q&a for this one. Now I have to do some math on the timing because I don't know what the heck I'm doing with this. All right, let's take a look here. So we're at 133 seconds divided by 4 is 33.25. So maximum wait time is going to be more like 30. Minimum wait time is going to be like 28. Wait for a full load. Let's open it up. And then we'll put some stuff around all this. Got a pizza stall? Great. Not at all what I want, but that's fine. Then we'll do this. Boom, 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 boom. Ooh, why did that go up so high? Still have to go back and add some trees and such in, but that's a future us problem that we'll address here in a couple minutes. Man, this is making me want to play Parkitect so much more just because this is fun, but Parkitect is like next level theming stuff. Like it's so different. All right, that's all well and good. Let's get some mine stuff out there. All right, and then just some trees and such. do. It doesn't look great, but that's okay. It doesn't really need to. It has a line, which is nice. I don't know if it stops at the top left hill or not, but look at those trains coming in simultaneously. I love it. So like we take a look at the brake run here. They come in right at about the same time. See that? That's a really fun interaction between the two. Kind of come in together. We have 88 people on that ride. Fantastic. We have lots more people coming into the park, but we have lots of people leaving too. How long were you here? You were there for 1 minute? This is the problem. We need to keep people coming to the park. So what I'm thinking of doing here is in this area, building a monorail and just kind of going through the areas that we have currently built out. This is going to be a problem right there, but I think I might be able to dive in here and maybe come through that. We'll find out. Let's go in and build something because general rides are just not something we can really have right now. And I gotta see what type of things we have. We just have the small monorails, okay. Too high for supports. This is the problem with this particular world. It's out of that. There we go. And while we're there, let me fix the water that I messed up. There we go. We navigated that quite nicely. All right, and I unfortunately closed up that river there, so I need to fix that. Not that you'll really be able to see it, but it bothers me. All right, so we got that. We'll put that. Boom. How many trains can we have? 5, 6? I'm cool with that. We'll go with the tan. I really like the tan tops on these. I don't know why. And we're going to do different colors for each train. So we'll have a red train, Green train. Not that green. That's better. Black train. All white train. Which ones do we have? We need a yellow train still. There we go. Test that. That would be a good ride for when it rains, that we can get people out of the part or off of the main pass and all that. And I think I'm actually going to take this underground. This one can be a long line because we already know that it's going to hold a ton of people. Boom, boom. Cool. All right, so we'll see how this does. It looks nice kind of going through all that, though. Did it impact the excitement rating of that? Yeah, it did. How about this one? This is a medium excitement. Oh, yeah, it went up a little bit. This guy I don't think it interacts with enough. This one, maybe a little bit, but not much. All right, let's see how long this took. We have 6 trains, right? Yep. It's fairly quick monorail. So 95 divided by 6 is 15.8. So our maximum wait time is going to be 15. Our minimum is going to be 10. Rename that as monorail and open it up. Probably should have less trains, but that's okay. These all spaced out. I want to add on some more. Everybody. So got the 32 on that. We'll add on a few more mechanics, and then we'll go up to like 24 on our security guards. All right, we're still like 900 people off our goal here, which is kind of ridiculous, but we'll get there. It's just a matter of time. What do we have coming our way? Got a spinning wild mouse. Don't care for that at all. We get a wooden coaster built in here, probably in this area, I would assume. Lots of space here for more stuff, but I want to leave that for smaller rides. Let's do a twisted kind of wood coaster here. All right. Oh, we don't have the cool ones. Okay. I want the articulated trains, but we don't have them. So we'll deal. All right, and I'm just going to continually just kind of build it around itself here and see what we can come up with. And I'm not really worried about capacity on this one. Yes, my pulse is okay. I just want to build a fairly simple ride. Now we'll throw on some brakes here. Put on the water splash just because it's fun, and it's a really good automatic brake. Alright, this one's just going to be white and black. The red train. Tan seats and yellow bars. Make sure we get that up to the max. We'll test that out, and train 2 is going to be light blue. So let's speed it up and get up the hill. And this thing should be kicking for most of this ride. This is probably the slowest part it's going to experience for a little while, and then it should be just a raceway home. Not happy with this one. I wish I could have brought that in there and looped it around, but I think it'll be all right. Let's see. 37 down to 27 and into the brakes. Fantastic. Call it White Fang. It's 1 minute and 12 seconds long. So mathy math. What was that? 72 divided by 2 is 36. Fantastic. So max wait time is going to be like 32. Minimum wait time is going to be like 30. Yeah, 30 is fine. Wait for a full load. All right. Put that on there. Do yellow lines, I guess. And then we'll just bring it down like that. Should cycle pretty quick. Let's open her up and see what she can do. The monorail has 40-something people on it? Alright. Nothing like mine ride. The full line. 8 minutes, 100% popularity. People are complaining about how long they're waiting, so we're going to hire a entertainer to go in said line and hopefully take care of some of the folks that are stuck there. All right, what was that last one? Nope. All right. Best toilets and safest park. I'll take both of those. Thank you. Let's see. We don't have any cotton candy yet, so we can do that. Yeah, I know we don't have a pizza place yet. Oh, we got a circus. Yeah, see, that's a good, solid capacity ride that... it's something that we needed here. I think it's going to fit in nicely back here. Wait for a full load, maximum wait time, cool. Yep. And it rains often enough at this park that that will work out well for us. Continue to get people on the monorail. This bad boy is already loaded up, it looks like. Yep, it already has full line. Or we'll have lines that can fill up the trains. We're at 1,300 people. So it seems like every time we add a coaster, we gain roughly 100 people or so. I don't want to build more than I have to. So I'm going to go through and bump all of this stuff up here for a little bit. And hopefully just be able to All right, and then Lucky Lake is slowly disappearing into Lucky Stream. But it's okay. At some point, I probably should just leave like a little lake here for activities, but we'll see. I don't know what I want to do yet. So we're just going to fill this area up just a touch. Park with the best staff. Heck yeah, we do. All right, and I'm leaving this area open just in case we do want to put on that. That's fine with me. So put in and try to get all of this set. And we'll see what we can do. And we're just going to go in here and get all of this taken care of. All right. Now we just got to get where all these random corners are. Some water in them. There we go. We're at the 1,400 guests. What do we have coming our way? A flying roller coaster. Fantastic. Our biggest issue right now, though, is like, well, I don't think it's an issue, but like we have a lot. There's not many people. There's the mine ride. Nobody complaining. It's crowded. Good. How about actions? Only 200 something people are walking. Everybody else is in line doing something. That's a good problem to have. All right, so let's see what else we can put in here. I'm going to try to get Sky Ride that goes here, comes up, and then comes over here and down into this area. We'll see how good of a job I can do getting this in there. Oops, wrong way. I'm going to bring it down a lot sooner. There we go. And I always build the stations on these wrong because it does matter what side it's on. There's a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, well, I did that bad. So I'll have to do it like this. All right, whatever that color is not working. I just want this to disappear into the park. Go 24. And that's all we really need for a line, I think. Just wanted it a tad more complicated. We're going to bring this path out like that, so... There we go. Okay, that's fine. I don't particularly care what we're doing here. It just needs to work. Oh, and that's right. You can control the speed of these things. I'm going to actually leave it be real slow. See how long it takes. What do we get? Flying coaster, that's right. Okay. We're up to 1,500 guests. We have 600 more to go. We'll see how long this one takes. So it has to come around and then stop. So it's kind of weird. Like the entrance should have been on the other side there. All right. Let's pause. It's 3 minutes and some change there. So let's add them all up. 60 times 6 is 360 plus 25 plus 8 is 393 seconds total. Divided by 24 cars is 16.3. So the maximum wait time is going to be 16 seconds. Minimum wait time is going to be like 13. And we can open it up. And this first station is going to have a huge backup of stuff because they're all in the air, but hopefully it'll be all right. It has medium excitement, which is interesting. But it's also going to attract people when it's raining, which is what we also needed to do because we are getting crushed with that stuff. So it's starting to space out, starting to look nice. See, there's like a hidden backlog there. I'm going to round that up a little bit to 15 just to get this so it's equal at both spots. I wish there was different chairlifts as well. Got a hot dog stand. Cool. But I wish there was different spots we could do with that we could, I don't know, make ones that carry like 4 or more people, like more of like a gondola style one as opposed to what that is. But let's go ahead and add on our next coaster, which is going to be a flying coaster. Last time we built a flying coaster as well. I do like these. I'm not very good at building them, but I do like them quite a bit. And let's see, 7 is the max, right? I already forget. Oh no, 8's the max. Okay. So I'm not going to make a monster one. As he starts making a monster one. But what I don't want to do is what I did last time where it was basically all on. Like this whole part right now is already, I think, better than where we were before. Let's see. So you fly out, you roll to there, you fly over. Yeah, diving down that way would make sense. Okay. It hurts my brain a little bit to think about that sometimes. I really wish there was a corkscrew as well. The quarter loop is weird to me on this. So we'll do that. We're going to do a small half loop. We'll do another inline twist here. can pretty much finish it up now. All right, we'll put some brakes in there. Block brake it up. And one more set of block brakes there. Shazam. Cool beans. I only want 2 trains, I think. Let's test and see how we did. We didn't do so good on our last big coaster, which was our floorless coaster. So I want to see how we do on this one. There we go. That looks good. Flies over and turns in the natural way. Good. This is going to be rough. Oh. Going through that a little fast. I might put a little speed trim brake there. Yeah, the intensity on this is going to be ridiculous. Okay, let's just see where train 2. I want to see what speed it gets over here at. 53. Okay. So we're going to put a trim brake there. Not a fan of trim brakes on real rides. And not honestly a big fan of using them here. But I think it will make the intensity go down because it was at 9.1. So like it's on the verge of extreme. We're up to 650 guests. All right, so we slow it down there nicely. Oh, much better. Look at that. Really nice roll. Come over here. Do another roll. We were at 9.1. That knocked it down to, it's still high, but it's not as high as what it was. So we'll take that. So I guess we'll do something like that. I don't know. All right, that looks good. Fire flake, because I'm not changing the colors of this. It looks like it's fire. Cool, whatever. Let's see what the minute 18. So 78 divided by 2 is 39. Maximum wait time is going to be like 36. Minimum wait time is going to be more like 32. Wait for a full load. Open that bad boy up. Gonna do a hot dog stand over there. Get a first aid place over here as well. All right. An info kiosk right there. So we need a drink place. Coffee and hot dogs, obviously. T-shirt stall. All right. And then do we have any new abstract theming? Come on, give me more rides that I can do stuff with. I do have a motion simulator somewhere, right? I don't think I actually do. So let's get that over here and just establish like a little plaza kind of area. All right, that looks good. good. That's cycling through. We're up to almost 1,700 guests. So we're not far off of getting this one taken care of. So more work to do. What I'm thinking of doing is raising this area of land up and building a one of these things, the ghost trains. But we can also build a car ride, so let's do that, because why not? You don't have a car ride yet, right? No. Alright, a really simple car ride, nothing complex, because it's a car ride. It doesn't need to be complex. Alright, what do we got? Sports cars sound fine. Just make sure we have the max number that can fit on there. Test that out, and I need to fix all of the colors. There we go. And then we can tree this area up a little bit. Let's have this fit in with the rest of it just a little bit more. Give me some good, give me a Giga Coaster or a Twister that's not just floorless trains. Give me some improvements I can do something with. I feel like we're kind of trying to do some things here, and it's a little rougher to try to get all of the things that, I don't know, this park's weird. It's fun because you have no unlimited budget, but it's also like, okay, like if I could advertise, we'd be done. If I could have a good selection of flat rides, I could make this park much more full and complete. Right now, it's just, I understand it's a roller coaster building game. Like, it's Roller Coaster Tycoon. It's not Amusement Park Tycoon. But I would really love to be able to do just slightly more with this park. And I can't, because I have no control over lots of this park, and it annoys me greatly. Alright, but we're at least getting all this figured out. Get 14 on there, minute and 20, so 80 divided by 14 is 5.7, so we'll just go with 5. Boom, boom, boom. Open that up, and it's a medium excitement. Little car ride, cool. And we got the tidiest park in the country. Yay us. Otherwise, we have a roller coaster coming our way. Air powered coaster. Yes. Like, not my favorite style coaster in the world. As far as like real coasters, I've actually never been on one. But in this game, it's an overpowered coaster by a long shot. It's great. We are up to 1,700, a little over 1,700 guests. That has stayed flat, and this is slowly coming up. Ever so slowly. What's the line like for this? Only 7 minutes. Fantastic. So we are getting there ever so slowly, and then we'll figure out what we can do next. Hey, we got our air-powered vertical coaster. Awesome. We can build it in the rain. Boom, boom. Let's see, how many we got? 8 is the max, I know that. Just don't like using up more than what I need to. Oop, please come down one more. My bad. photo section, and then I'll build backwards with the brakes because I kind of like that. This is unnecessarily tedious, but I love it. All right, so we got that. Throw that back there. Just gotta test and see how fast it goes over that. It's almost the right speed. Oops. It's crazy that 2 miles an hour is what does that. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, yeah. All right, so I want that. I'm just going to call it Airmaster. I don't know what I'm doing. What happened? Oh, I didn't complete the circuit. Oh my, okay. Well, we'll build that again real fast. I don't know why it lets you test without a complete circuit. Why does it let you do that? All right, let's try that again. One, two, three, four. That should be enough, right? Yep. Ride photos, and then we'll do the brakes. All right, and then we'll get this thing going here. Got that, got that, got that. We'll go through and build it all up, and we'll be ready to roll more here. Let's see, what else do we need to do here? Oh, we need to do the line, we need testing. All right, so we'll get that done. What did we say? 76 was the right speed for that? Hey, look, it completed its circuit. All right, do we paint it like I had before? I think I'm going to. That is perfect over the top. All right. I think I can name it Air Max. I don't remember. Yeah, or Airmaster. Okay, it's close. All right, then we just need to build the line, and this bad boy will be opened up. This is way too long of a line. I went too crazy. There we go. That's reasonable. Open that bad boy up. Full load, boom, boom. We're at 1,800 gas, so we only have another 300 to go. We're going to speed this up a little bit. We still have lots of area to build more stuff. We just got to get more stuff to build. Right, we're getting a fruit icy stall. Just what I wanted. Let's get some more rides in here as we are trying to figure out what the heck to do. We had a stand-up coaster before, right? Yeah, right there. All right. try to build something small in this area. Not designing anything that's going to break any records or anything here. Just trying to build something fairly simple. That will do the job for us. So we're doing this. And I could probably pretty much finish it up at this point. Doesn't need to be anything crazy special. Let's just get this put where it needs to be. Can I get that there or no? No, you know what I'm just gonna do is just that. Do the S-bend there. There we go. Block brakes. Followed by regular brakes. Alright. Don't love this coaster at all, but it fits into a really small area, and that's what I need to do right now. What color can we go with here? Sure. Alright, speed up as it goes over the lift hill. Let me slow it down here again. Drop. Good speed to the loop. Good speed through that. Going through there. Big pop, air time. Ooh, it's a little fast. It's not the worst. Not the best either, but it's okay, I think. For a Togo stand-up, it's probably alright. Because there's no such thing as a good Togo stand-up. And there we go. Very high intensity, but it fits the bill otherwise. Fantastic. Go. Alright. Let's see, the timing was okay, so basically 30 seconds is the absolute max. Or maybe like 27. 24, sure. Open that up. See how we do. We are running out of space just a little bit. Nothing major, but like I was originally going to think about coming this over here, but that doesn't make sense because this is too much. So this is going to be the walkway to get back there, and then maybe we'll make a tunnel that goes down and connect to the rest. I don't know yet. We also do have some space back there we can build something with. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Trying to paint out or figure out where I want stuff to eventually be. So I want there to be a coaster that is here that's a taller coaster. So it's going to lift hill, go out around the side, come back, and then do some stuff there. I'm hoping we get something like that. That would be very useful. We're almost at, ooh, that was fun there, synchronizing turn. We're almost at, whatchamacallit, 1900 here. So we just got to keep building. I think that's all we can really do right now is just keep building. Pretty compact ride, and it's not going to hurt anything that we're doing here. Get that in. Let's see here. All right. Go. Another bathroom back here. What do we do? Why not? Let's put one in. Just cause. Don't think we need another nursery station, but we can definitely put more food options back over here. Even though it's a problem because we have a spinning wild mouse, but whatever. No, I thought we just hit the food icy things. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, we got a roller coaster coming our way. Come on, give me something really good. We got safest park in the country not long after having a coaster blow up. Come on, tell me what type of coaster I'm getting. Please be good. Inverted hairpin. Oh my god. Not at all what I wanted. Not at all. Alright, so let's take a look at our ride selection here. We have essentially all of these, minus that. I don't like that ride. I think it's dumb. We have all of those. We have all but this because I suck at building, although we talked about maybe being able to put something, although we built this. And I even have 2 of the 3 transportation rides set up. Like, that's wild. This thing's still drawing in crowds. Not like massive crowds, but crowds nonetheless. This bad boy is doing a good job. I probably could cycle it, even have another train on there, but it doesn't really do anything other than get people off the ride itself here. Alright. Let me just see if I got any other cars for this. No, just the Florals, okay. Even if they just give me Twister cars so I have something else, or the Hypercoaster cars, or whatever else. Just something to spice up a little bit. We're about to get to 2,000, which is exciting, but let's see what else we can build while we're hopefully waiting on our W here. So let me just take a look and see, did that make it long enough? Yeah, it's fine. We're not looking at capacity right now, we're looking at just trying to get the dub. Ooh, this is interesting. If I can get it all the way through there, that would make me very happy. That's an interesting reaction they all have now. I wanted to do like a batwing where it's a corkscrew, half circle, or half loop corkscrew. It's a really interesting looking thing that would have been common on a ride like this, but I'm out of space for that. So let's, instead of having it dive that way, I'll do that over here maybe. And maybe we just keep this down low like that and put the corkscrews over here. Not really even trying to make a fun ride right now. This ride kind of sucks. Although it's kind of I don't know, more like a late 70s, early 80s kind of arrow looper. It's giving me those vibes right now. So looped around and hopefully come close to calling it a day here. Put that into our brakes. There we go. All right, put the entrance over here. The exit can be towards the front. 2 trains, 6 cars. Speed that up. Let's test it and see what it does. Let's see what this thing does. Ooh, barely. But does make it. This is a fun interaction. Yeah, this is like a starter coaster. If like you got the 48 inches and it's your first big coaster, this is it. There we go. All right. What's the rating on this bad boy? It's actually not terrible at all. 1 minute and 4 seconds. So it's going to be like a 28-second there. 24 seconds there. Open that bad boy up. And we're just about over this. We got a water ride coming. It's going to be splash boats, isn't it? Which is going to be a pain in the butt to build if I try to keep this lake. Look at, like, we're not able to keep lines in anything new. This thing at a one time had full lines, always full. There it is. All right. So folks, that was wild. That's a lot that we got done there, and we still have more space if we want to continue playing. But overall, put a little more work into theming and all that kind of stuff because it didn't cost anything, and I'm pretty happy with how this one looks. So thanks as always for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.